Good evening and welcome. You're watching Center Stage and I'm Rahul Kamal. The World Health Organization has declared the Ebola outbreak in West Africa an international public health emergency. As the deadly virus spreads, the threat of it looms over India as well. 45,000 Indians in Africa could be potential carriers of the virus. The government of India says there is no need to panic just yet and has put out a detailed advisory. This even as 3 people in the capital are under observation for carrying Ebola. As the danger of the deadly disease becomes real, is India equipped to deal with the Ebola scare?
Over 900 people dead. An international public health emergency. Threat of the deadly virus looming over India. As the deadly Ebola virus spreads, Indian authorities are on high alert. With nearly 45,000 Indians in the 4 affected West African nations, there's real and present danger of the deadly virus being imported to India. Indian families staying in Liberia are likely to return in the coming weeks, for which Mumbai and Delhi airports have been put on alert. The government has announced precautionary measures like obtaining details of travellers originating from or transiting through affected countries and tracking them after their arrival up to their final destination. State disease surveillance units have also been asked to be on alert.
Abundant precaution that we are taking is to keep a track of that person till his place of final destination in the country. So that's a matter of precaution. I think there is no cause for any worry, there is no cause for creating any panic.
The Ebola threat could be more real. A Delhi resident who arrived from Ghana on a flight in which a passenger tested positive for the virus is already under surveillance along with 2 of his roommates for any symptoms of the highly contagious disease.
एबोला वायरस एक हेमोरेजिक वायरस फीवर वायरस होता है, फ्लेवी वायरस बोलते हैं, जैसे डेंगू का होता है, लेकिन ये रेबीज की तरह ज़्यादा सीरियस होता है. सिम्टम्स बिल्कुल डेंगू जैसे होते हैं. इसमें आदमी को बुखार है और साथ में बॉडी एक हो रहा है, आंखों में ब्लीडिंग हो रही है, कंजक्टिवल हेमोरेज होता है, सॉफ्ट पैलेट में ब्लीडिंग आ जाती है, लेकिन इसमें ब्लड प्रेशर कम हो जाता है.
Already declared an international emergency, Ebola requires an extraordinary response to stop its spread. Is India prepared to counter the threat? Bureau Report, headlines today.
Is India equipped to deal with the Ebola scare? An advisory has been put out. Joining us on this broadcast is Dr. Jagdish Prasad. He is the Director General Health Services in the Government of India, the man whose responsibility it is to ensure that India stays safe from the Ebola scare. Also with us, Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, Padma Shri Awardee, Chairman Managing Director of Nephron Clinics and Healthcare. To Dr. Jagdish Prasad first, how prepared, sir, is India to deal with the Ebola scare? With the World Health Organization declaring this a global health emergency, do you think adequate measures are in place to ensure that this virus with a very high level of fatality doesn't wreak havoc in India, sir?
First of all, I just want to inform you, we are fully prepared. But first of all, I want to convey to all the people of the country, there is nothing to get panicked by the Ebola virus. Because Ebola virus infects the people only when it is asymptomatic and the transmission is through the fluids. And we have already have a meeting, I am doing meeting for last 3-6 months before also we did. And we have alert our airports, ports, and we have sensitized the health care worker and immigration people. We have distributed the immigration form, and the person who are coming from that country will be asked some question whether you have come in contact with symptoms like Ebola or not. If not, then nothing to get worried, then he can be just let it down. If he has come in contact, then we give them advice that whenever you have a fever, unexplained fever or myalgia, headache, diarrhea, immediately you report to the hospital. And we are prepared for that because...
So there are some reports that suggest that 3 Indians in the capital are already under observation for having contacted the Ebola virus. What is their latest condition? Have they been found to be affected by Ebola, or are they safe?
This is the wrong news. Today I have written to Hindustan Times also that there is some patient who is on surveillance. That news is not correct, because one patient about 24th of July they came and he has traveled the Liberia also, and we asked them that have you contact? He says nothing, I haven't come in contact. Then only we given the warning to him that if you have such symptoms, please report it. But that patient has been left immediately and no surveillance has been kept. But definitely we have a surveillance department in all the areas. So we told that we have sent that person whose address is that. But doesn't mean that we are keeping them on surveillance.
Okay,
If any patient
I want to
is
go across to
having
Dr.
the-
Sanjeev Bagai. The government suggests that they are asking people to voluntarily declare whether or not they've come in contact with people who have the Ebola virus. Now, can we expect honest declarations at a time when there is so much global travel? Is it inevitable that at some point in time the Ebola virus will come to India, and do you think the government is doing enough to ensure that we're all safe?
Hi, good evening. I think it's important to understand that because of a great link between the African continent and the Indian subcontinent and the continuous daily regular air travel, we get a lot of patients from the African countries, especially from Nigeria and that belt of Western Northern Africa. In fact, probably India would receive more than 70 to 80,000 patients annually. So just divided by 12, so you'll get a monthly number. Plus there are at least 2 or 3 or 4 relatives per patient. Then there is, of course, for business travel, commercial travel and so on. I don't think there is at the present moment a reason to panic, but distinctly I think there should be a reason to be on guard. Having said that, it's important to understand that Ebola virus is the strain which is now being prevalent in the African continent is perhaps the most deadly strain, which is the Zaire strain, and it has a fatality more than 85 to 90%. It spreads by body-to-body contact or body secretions or fluids. And the incubation period, that means the time which it spends in the body from the first point of entry into the body to the manifestation of symptoms, is up to 21 days. So very often a person may just have an innocent contact and not realize, and yet can manifest symptoms almost 3 weeks later. So I think distinctly we need to be careful for sure.
You're saying you need to be careful. Also explain to our viewers why the various strains of the Ebola virus are so dangerous. I'm reading that in some strains of the virus, the level of fatality is about 55–60%, in some cases even more, which means that if you come in contact with this virus, then the chances of survival, frankly, are very little.
Yeah, it's important for viewers to understand that what Dr. Prasad has mentioned is that yes, the government would have machinery in place, but it's important not to let our guard down. There are 5 different strains of the Ebola virus. It belongs to the same generic family which is vector-borne. Very intriguingly, animals such as chimpanzees or monkeys or bats can be innocent hosts and can transmit it back to human beings. It's a very lethal form of virus amongst the 5 which is seen at the present moment. The case fatalities in general for the last 10 years is about 60-odd%, but this one has a fatality more than that, reaching 85 to 90%. I think more than 1,100 cases have been surveyed in countries like Guinea, in Ivory Coast, in Nigeria and in neighboring countries, and more than 970 patients out of 1,100 odd have died. So that's a very high percentage of patients who succumb to it. The unfortunate thing is there is no treatment for this. There is no vaccine for this. There is some experimental treatment being tried in some European countries known as MZAP and things, but it is still extremely in the early stages. If someone really gets a fatal strain of Ebola, you're looking at the wrong end of the barrel.
That is very dangerous and very scary, leaving India and Indians in a very vulnerable position. Dr. Prasad, there are 3 airports that are under the Ebola watch at present. Only the Bangalore airport has a separation zone for suspected Ebola carriers. It has a glass cubicle but is not hermetically sealed, as is the global norm. Concerns being raised by some doctors who sent us these messages from airports saying, God forbid, if somebody carrying the Ebola virus were to come to India, we may not be fully equipped to deal with the situation, sir.
No, that is wrong. I don't know how you got the message, because we have already sensitized our major airports and doctors are there. And in Delhi we have our RML hospital and other 3 central government hospital has been told to keep the beds and ventilators. And I can tell you that basically it is a preventive measures which we have alertness. And today we have only given the form immigration, with the immigration form they have to fill up, and we are writing to airport which are coming from, especially from these 3 countries like Guyana, Liberia and Leon. So these are the three countries. Nigeria, only few cases has been reported. Even one case has been reported from Saudi Arabia also. There is different things. So India has nothing to worry. And people say that we have a 40,000 people are staying in Nigeria. So we have sensitized them. Even our CRPF people are there. But we have given the guideline what to do and what not to do. Because not to come in contact with the person who is suffering from the Ebola virus. Basically, it is a precautionary measure for the healthcare provider. That is the most important parts. Another important part, as it has been told just now, that there is a five virus, and some virus are hemorrhagic, like dengue fever. There is some dengue has 3, so one is very fatal. So same is true for this, that fatal is from the 50% to 90%. So depending upon them, but we are definitely prepared to tackle any problems, and we are taking preventive measures first.
Well, let's just hope that the preventive measures you've put in place actually help in ensuring that India is able to ward off this threat, because with just the growing amount of global travel, it almost seems inevitable that the Ebola virus may travel to India, and the government really needs to have its guard up. For the time being, Dr. Jagdish Prasad, Sanjeev Bagai, for joining us with your thoughts. Thank you very much.